Revolution looms across Africa, and these are the things leaders of African nations must look out for across Africa. The specter of revolution looms large, driven by widespread dissatisfaction with governance, economic hardship, and social inequalities. Hello and welcome to Unbiased with Eniton. The recent protests in Kenya, ignited by President William Ruto's proposed tax hikes, exemplify the potential for unrest when citizens feel their voices are unheard and their burdens are unjustly increased. To avert such crises, African leaders must adopt comprehensive strategies that address the root causes of discontent. This involves not only crafting inclusive economic policies, but also building trust through transparency, fulfilling campaign promises, and actively engaging with all segments of society. By taking proactive measures to ensure equitable governance, African leaders can create stable and prosperous nations, mitigating the risk of revolution. Here are 10 things African leaders must do to prevent a revolution. Number 1. Inclusive economic policies. African leaders should ensure that economic policies are inclusive and equitable. This involves crafting policies that do not disproportionately burden the lower income and middle class segments of the population. For example, Kenya's proposed tax hike have sparked protests due to their perceived unfair impact on salaried workers and small entrepreneurs. Leaders must engage with diverse economic groups to create balanced policies that promote growth while protecting vulnerable citizens. Number 2. Fulfill campaign promises. Trust between the government and the populace is crucial. Leaders must keep their campaign promises, particularly those related to economic relief and social welfare. In Kenya, the dissatisfaction arose partly because President Ruto's tax proposals appear to contradict his campaign promises of reducing taxes and lowering the cost of living. Consistently fulfilling promises help maintain credibility and trust. And 3. Promote transparent governance. Transparency in governance helps build trust and reduces the likelihood of unrest. Government should make their decision-making processes open and accessible to the public. This includes transparent budget allocations, public consultations on significant policies, and clear communication about government initiatives. 4. Engage with youths. Youth engagement is essential as young people are often at the forefront of protests. Government should involve young citizens in policy-making processes through youth councils, advisory boards, and inclusive dialogues. Addressing the concerns of the youth, such as unemployment and education, can help mitigate feelings of disenfranchisement. And 5. Strengthening democratic institutions. Robust democratic institutions, which is rule of law, human rights, and accountability, are vital. Ensuring that institutions like the judiciary, electoral bodies, and anti-corruption agencies operate independently and effectively can help address grievances before they escalate. Number 6. Protect the right to protest. The right to peaceful assembly and protest is a cornerstone of democracy. Government should protect these rights and ensure that law enforcement handles protests appropriately, avoiding excessive force. In Kenya, the use of tear gas, batons, and water cannons against the protesters intensify the grievances. Leaders should ensure that security forces are trained to manage protests in line with international human rights standards. Address economic inequality. Economic inequality can fuel social unrest. Government should implement policies aimed at reducing disparities in wealth and income. These can include progressive taxation, social safety nets, and targeted investment in disadvantaged communities to create jobs and improve living standards. Number 8. promote dialogue and mediation. Engaging in continuous dialogue with various societal groups can help address issues before they lead to protests. Mediation mechanisms between the government and civil society can facilitate the resolution of conflicts and grievances in a non-violent manner. And number 9, ensure access to essential services. Providing access to essential services such as healthcare, education, and housing is fundamental to preventing social unrest. When people's basic needs are met, they are less likely to participate in disruptive protests. Government should prioritize the delivery of these services and address any deficiencies promptly. And lastly, implement sustainable development policies. Sustainable development policies that balance economic growth with social equity and environmental protection are crucial. Government should focus on long-term development plans that improve the quality of lives for all citizens. Investing in sustainable infrastructure, renewable energy, and resilient agricultural practices can help create stable and prosperous societies. In conclusion, preventing the revolution in Africa requires a multifaceted approach that prioritizes the well-being and rights of all citizens. By implementing inclusive economic policies, fulfilling campaign promises, and promoting transparent governance, leaders can build trust and address the grievances that often lead to unrest, engage with youths, strengthening democratic institutions, and protecting the rights to protest are crucial steps in fostering a participatory and responsible governance framework. Addressing economic inequality, promoting dialogue, ensuring access to essential services, and implementing sustainable development policies further enhances stability and prosperity. By embracing these tenets, African leaders can navigate the complexities of governance and create a future where peace and progress prevail over turmoil and revolution. Thank you so much for watching Unbiased with Eniitan. I remain your host, Oluwatobi Eniitan. See you next time.